All right, I'm in the weekend round of the Liberty tournament. I'm in my 77 count. This is the only count I got in the weekend round. So I had a couple timeouts and a disconnect in my Prox account and didn't make it into the weekend round. That's all right. Just playing this one, getting at it. Got 1,000 viewers. Oh my gosh, this weekend. It's absolutely crazy. It's amazing. It's amazing. Starting the channel off for a buddy and getting to 1,000 viewers. That's absolutely amazing. All right, hole number one. I'm doing one per ring and I'm doing 0.2. So I'm adding on 2 to whatever it is. If it's 3.2, it's going to be 3.4. It's a little difficult to make the adjustment down in that hole. Looking for minus 11 is the minimum score. You've got to pick up 3. That's minus 24. And I came in with a minus 28. Somebody came in with a minus 27. Somebody else came in with a 25. And then there was a whole bunch of 24s. So in my mind, I got to shoot a 28 in order to win. Guarantee myself a winner, like at least give myself a serious shot at, because then somebody would have to shoot a 29. So if I shoot a 27, I'm opening the door. Anything lower than that, I'm opening the door. But it's got to be bigger. It's got to be 28 or better. That's my goal. Let's see if we're on today. I did some practice rounds and I was playing not good. I'm gonna take a grizzly. All right, here we roll. Here we roll. Hole number one. I need a hole in one right here. If I hit this perfect, it's going in the hole. Let's see if we can get a perfect right here. Here we go. Getting out on the course. Foley goes first. I usually like going first. Some people don't like going first. It doesn't really matter now with some of the tours and they hide your spin and all that stuff, but people were complaining that if you went first and they were able to copy your shot. The deal is that in most cases, it doesn't make a difference. But on some holes, if you see that they made a mistake, you can make an adjustment to try and make up for the mistake. I'm down here and I'm off my yellow ring. Get out here where I can see it. I'm just going to dial it up to the cup. It's 1-3, so it's going to be 1-5. I'm going to pull off my white ring. There's 1-5. Now I just need to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. In the hole. Get in the hole. That's the roll. Woo! That's what I'm talking about right there. Starting it off with a hole in one. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Picking one up. Getting a win. Good luck in the tournament. All right, hole number 2. Let's go look at hole number 2. Let's go check out hole number 2. Hole number 2, City Park. Going 1 through 9, City Park. All right, hole number 2. I know exactly what I'm doing here. I'm taking a rock and a Kingmaker. This tournament is sponsored by Kingmaker. Hole number 2, Kingmaker and a rock. That's bag number 2. Sniper into the cup. Kingmaker. All right. We need to put 9 holes together here. Let's open up the chest. Let's open up one of those Tour 4 chests. I practiced a little bit in Tour 4. I was only 50% in Tour 4, but I wanted to get out there and at least get a couple swings under my belt. Since I don't have a Prox account, I didn't want to play any of the tournament holes, so I dropped down and played some Tour 4. All right, I'm doing a rock. I'm 3 3/4 rings off, -10 on the shot to the cup, +10 on the drive. So I'm doing plus. So let's do this one shot at a time, because this is definitely a shot that can go awry. So it's 3 3/4 rings off, +10 on the drive. Now I go second. Opponent's got a Titan. Looks like an extra mile. And you can do the shot from over here and just lay it up. But there's an area out there that can skip. I got tired of that skip, so I worked out a shot to get me through the mouth. Very nice. Nice shot. Okay, first ball. It's everything except for one side spin, because I can't get that on there without the top spin. I'm going to put my ball guide right, or my center line right on that transitional area. I'm going to be 3 3/4 rings off. 2.7. That's going to be a 3 wind. 3 miles per hour. 1 mile per hour per ring. Max curl. And I hit it great on the inside. Great to the left. And I should have 2 rings great to the left, and I can get through. Perfect. Now I might be too far, actually. And I'm taking off 10% on the wind. So it's whatever the wind is. It's 0.9 times whatever the wind is, divided by 1.5. I'm in minimum club. If I'm in my long iron, if I'm too close to where I can't take out the wind, I'm going to drop back to my long iron. My long iron plays at 1 per ring. See if my opponent can get in from here. Hit it perfect. They got a shot. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. .6 divided by 1.5 is 2.8. Do I have enough room to work out the rings? Nope. I'm going to have to take it with my grizzly. So divided by 1 is 3.45. It runs out a little long here. So it's 3.6. 3.6. It's 3.5 rings. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting it perfect. Just a bit outside. It's 10 is the right number. I actually used -5 there instead of -10. And because I hit a great going in there, and a great went in on the left-hand side. So, but I went back and watched the video, and it was actually a perfect grate. It was one of the ones where the needle was actually inside the yellow, but it said grate. And then I think I figured out why that happens. I did the math. I took out a compass and I drew it on a piece of paper. I'm going to have to shoot a video on it, because I think I understand why on that outside edge, sometimes that outside edge is a grate and sometimes that outside edge is a perfect. But I think I might have it figured out. It's all math. Do the math. What's up, baby? Fall asleep. All right, that was hole number 2. Dang it. 2. All right, hole number 3. All right, where were we? Hole number 3. Hole number 3. City Park. Maybe. All right. Got to get an eagle here. Got to get an eagle here. And there's no dicking around on this second shot. Man, the second shot is kicking me. I'm going to take a snow globe. This is definitely a one shot at a time hole. And it's an absolute must-get eagle. The whole round is predicated on getting this eagle in the hole. Because these are two, hole number 3 and hole number 12, I've got to pick those up every single time. I mean, that puts me at 24. That means any shot that I can pick up, I'm now putting myself into potential banner zone. And so it's one hole at a time, one shot at a time. And on this hole, it's definitely 2 difficult shots. I want to be dead center in the middle of that. All the top spin. How much side spin I can eke on. It's 5-4 plus 10%. That's 6. There's 2, 4, 6. Putting the wind back in it. Putting the forward moving wind back in it. I'm trying to get as far as I can out there. And I hit it 2 rings great to the right, which is the worst side to hit it great on. Because it's got further to go to get out into the fairway. It rolls down to the left. You can see this hillside here. Everything's rolling down to the left. So if you hit it in on the left-hand side, everything is tending to roll towards the left. And it's easier to end up tailing off into the fairway. When you hit it great to the right, you take the risk of getting, it has to go so much farther on not quite flat surface. It is rolling a little bit to the right down there at the bottom, or the left down at the bottom, but you're much better off going through the middle or coming in a little bit high and then rolling into it. See if my opponent can get over there with a berserker. With a 4-6 wind, they should be able to. I think a berserker is a 1 wind, and they should be able to make it over. Hitting it perfect. So if they adjust it for the wind right, they should be able to get over. No problems. Come on. All right. Get up into this area where I'm at. It's 1.1 per ring, so there's 4, 4. So it's a little less than 4 rings. I'm going to just rub up against the nubs. Hitting it perfect. Trying to engage that backboard just a little and then roll back down for an easy putt. Fantastic. Even though I came in on the right-hand side, that side, that was good distance into that fairway so that I could get my topspin to engage on there. Sometimes you can't get, I was far enough forward that I could get the topspin over. But what I found with the big dog is I have so little ball guide that it's hard. You can catch the slide on the green and end up flying over the green. See if they can get up from there, which they won't be able to. But they'll be able to put themselves up into the spot up here where they're in short iron range right there, and they might be eking towards mid. They may be in between mid and max from that spot. Perfect. In the hole. Woo! I'm not going to get too excited about that because that's a hole that it needs to be an eagle hole. You need to think of this hole as an eagle hole, and it's harder from out where my opponent's at, but it's very doable. I mean, this is one of those ones. If you hit perfect a lot, I would go straight to the cup, but some people try and use the backboard. You from that spot, right, just like that, dude. You can go right at that cup. And if he'd put maybe 2 backspin on there instead of 3, he would see his tail. He'd get one more bounce of view. At this level, it should be. Yeah, that was not. That was a max pull. Isn't it perfect? I think it's -10 to the cup. Ooh, that. Good luck in the tournament. All right, that was hole number 3. Got the eagle on hole number 3. That's what I'm talking about right there. I need to pick up this next hole. Hole number 4. Let me go look at it. We've been practicing hole number 4 all week. My teammate Kyle figured out a shot on this and has been doing it all week, and we've been working the numbers. All right, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm doing a plus 10%. And I'm going to take a grizzly and an Olympus ball. So let's make sure we got a grizzly and an Olympus. The Olympus ball is picked. My teammate Mike bought me some balls. Thank you, Mike. Mike Day, our team president. Play some golf. All right, let's go get a hole-in-one right here. Let's get this hole-in-one. It's plus 10%. It's 1 to the ring. We were doing 0.9, but the way that it's playing this weekend, my buddy missed. We were setting it up the same way, and he missed on the top. So he didn't pull out quite enough wind. So we're going to switch back to 1.0 per ring. It's all but one. Right on the top of the cup. So it's 2.3. It's 2.53 rings. 2.5. Just need to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. I missed it high. Missed it on the high side. I need to put the max side spin on and the 1 top spin. That's disappointing. This area down here is way too dangerous for me. I see a lot of people epic fail down here. With that kind of wind, though, it's probably not as bad a deal. But anytime I can take sand and everything out of play, I'm all for it. When you're down in that area, you've got stuff that's in play. That was very disappointing. Got an opportunity on hole number 5 to pick one up, though. I've got these first 6 holes dialed in. It's just a matter of hitting perfect, and that right there was a little disappointing on how it came in there that high. I don't think I've missed by that far this week on any shot since I started doing that shot. They've all been either been right there or in the hole. Okay, next hole, QB and a kingmaker. Taking a kingfisher to the hole. And I'm doing max topspin. One shot at a time. Trying to get out to 346. Oh, a forfeit. Bunker buster goes first. I don't have time for all that crap, dude. We got to get on it. Good luck in the tournament. Good luck. All right, that was hole number 4 off to hole number 5. Let me go look at it real quick. Just hole number 5, just make sure that I'm thinking of the right hole. City Park, hole number 5. All right, I'm taking a kingmaker, a QB, and a kingfisher. And I'm hitting my kingfisher at 2.1 per ring. I think I have a bag set up just for this hole. Just for it. QB, kingmaker, kingfisher. That's all I'm taking. Picking up a shot right here. Right here, right now. And I haven't picked up an Albie all tournament in any of my accounts. And I very rarely ever go without picking up. I think the last time I didn't get an Albie in a tournament was like last November, last December, somewhere in that neighborhood. I won a tournament where I didn't get an Albie I think I didn't get an Albie and then or a hole-in-one, or the next tournament I didn't get a hole-in-one, but it broke a streak. I'd went like a year and a half where I'd gotten an Albie in every tournament. So we legitimately have 4 holes that we could get Albies on. Hole number 6, hole number 9, hole number 15, and hole number 18. That's it. I mean, there is a shot at Albie on hole number 3, but come on, let's not get greedy. That's a birdie hole with an eagle opportunity. And I'm sure there have been Albies on that hole, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves. All right, I'm doing max, as much side spin as I can get on. I'm coming out into this area right here. 3.5, 1 per ring, 3.5 rings. No overpower, but I am going to lean on the outside of the edge of the ring. Hitting it perfect. That should route me around the trees, and I'm trying to get to 346. That looks like it's pretty dang close. 342. I'm doing plus 10% to the cup. Times whatever the wind is. So it's 1.1 times whatever the wind is divided by 2.1. I know that I'm in mid-club. That's the spot that I want to be in. I've taken this shot a bunch of times. I know where I'm at in my club already. So it's 1.1 times the wind divided by 2.1. It's about 2 backspin. That might not be good. That is definitely not good. That's the look of something that's going into the rough or the water. Okay, 1.1 times the wind, 3.4 equals divided by 2.1 is 179. Let me get up here a little. Go right towards that outside edge. $1.79. There's 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, hit great to the right. I went great to the right. Oh, that's a heartbreaker right there. That's a heartbreaker. That's not really a heartbreaker. I mean, if you hit great, it's going to go great. I mean, you can get lucky every now and then and hit a great and it'll go in, but typically if you hit a great and you set it up right, it's going to go great. The heartbreakers are when you hit perfect and it doesn't go in the cup. Hole number 4, that was a heartbreaker right there. That was a shot and it was a long ways away on that perfect. And I've been taking that shot all week just like that. It started off with 2 topspin, but I lowered it down to 1 because of it was putting me too close to the edge. Hitting it perfect. That one was perfect. Damn it. Are they on the water? This is the second time this has happened to me where I've been on this hole where my opponent has hit in the water. And well, they had to take the drive 3 times. The first person, they ended up in the water 3 times in a row. Good luck in the tournament. All right, hole number 6. What is hole number 6? Let's go look at hole number 6. Hole number 6 is a big par 5. We got a serious chance here of getting Albie. I don't remember the hole. All right, I remember it now. It's all becoming clear. So I'm going to do an extra mile and a kingmaker. Extra mile and a kingmaker. And a sniper to the cup. I better buy some kingmakers. Extra mile, kingmaker. Sniper backing it up. Open up a chest. Get some common cards. Let's see how many we get in this. 29. Replenishing some commons. Once you get involved in that club card trading, you got to keep up your inventory. When you first get to the point where you start getting them maxed out, like really not like grinding, but just like playing, making sure you play a little bit for a month or so just to build up your inventory so that once you get a little bit of an inventory going and you get 3 or 4 clubs that have 300 extra, then you can stay in that loop just by playing regularly. I think most people play more than me. Takes a lot out of me to shoot the videos. It really does, because there is a, I got to think about it. I'm trying to do good too. I'm not one of those players that pops out those big monster scores that you see. I mean, I'm a grinding player. I go out there and try and grind it down. I try and get myself a look on every single hole. So I have 18 opportunities to pick a shot up. And that's my goal. All right, hole number 6. I'm doing 20% on the drive. 1 less than max. So let's do kingmaker. That's max -1. I'm going to pull back just a little. That's going to be 1.6 rings. Try and hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. It's all about this third bounce. The whole shot's predicated on that bounce right there hitting that rough. If it doesn't hit the rough, we're in the rough. All right, this is a straight up shot right to the cup. I just need to hit it perfect. 1 for 1. The wind's 2.7. It's 2.7 rings. And I'm trying to get in front of this rock area so I can go straight out the cup. And I want to aim towards the left. I want to be on the left side of the cup. And I want to be kind of almost like right off the cup. See if they can hit it perfect. If they can get their shot off. Nope. They got it off, but they were freaking out for whatever reason. All right, straight up shot. Let's get an Albie right here. Okay, it's 2.5 rings. There's 2, 5. Oh! What was my opponent giving me the frowny face for? Hey, screw you, dude. What a douchebag. Mr. Dangler. Yeah, you are a dangler. That's an appropriate name there, bro. An appropriate name. Man, I can't stand players like this. I'll tell you, these people wouldn't make it for 5 seconds out on the course if you did shit like that. I mean, there's a certain deal, but like interrupting people when they're taking their shot is a d-bag move. D-bag. I'm not even going to talk to him. All right, hole number 7. What are we doing on hole number 7? Hole number 7 is the par 4. And I am taking I'm going to make sure I got the right bag, and then I'm going to go look at it. I'm taking a QB. I'm taking my number 3 bag. QB, sniper, and a kingmaker. Let me go look at this hole just to make sure I'm thinking of the right hole. And this hole here, I've been working on all week. And I still haven't got, I haven't had any joy on this hole. So I'm going to try a totally different shot that I've been trying all week. Try something different as far as like coming to the cup. I'm going to do what I don't normally like to do. I'm going to bounce over the sand. The long shanks. Okay, I'm doing plus 10% to the cup. So I gotta hit this drive. Down in this area, maybe a couple rings off. It's 2.8. It's 1 per ring. Put a little bit of curl on it. Getting it perfect. The last time I was on this hole, I put all the topspin on. And you have plenty of room out there, but I caught the slide. And the slide picked the ball speed up, and it ended up in the rough on the other end. And you can make it up with the Nirvana, but I'd rather take this shot with my sniper. See if my opponent can get up there. 10% to the cup times whatever the wind is. I'm right at minimum club. So 3.5 equals divided by 1.5. It's 2.6 rings. .6 rings. Oh, I'm on a great streak. See if my opponent can get in. They're also at minimum club. You pull that forward so you can adjust that wind out, dude. That's why you put the ball, you give yourself enough room to get away from that wind. And that should have been like a 3-ring pull plus 10%. So it should have been like a 3 1/4 ring pull. It looked like this ball is going to go to the left. And it didn't. I can't tell when people are eyeballing it. I can't tell at all when people are eyeballing. I look at the shot sometimes and I'm like, man, I don't know how the hell they do it. I wouldn't be playing this game if the only way we could play it was by eyeball. In the hole. All right. Need to pick up hole number 8, and I've switched my shot on hole number 8, and I haven't. I've been getting close, but I haven't. I haven't really given myself. I hit the flagpole once, but no hole-in-ones on that. So I got an Albie shot on hole number 9, but it's definitely one shot at a time. And this is the very next hole, so we don't have to go look at it. All right. Know what I'm dealing with. I'm taking a Grim Reaper. Well, no, I'm going to take my Grizzly because it's got better ball guide, and I'm going to try and walk it down the hill. Taking a Grizzly, and I got a bag with a Grim Reaper. When I compare these two, as far as ball guide, and there's not much, that extra ball guide, that 4.4 is huge. I'm going to try and walk it back down the hill and just follow the trail and use a Quasar. I don't have, do I have any low wind 1 power balls? 2 power ball. 2 pair. All right. I haven't really had a shot on this hole all week, so I'm not too concerned about it. The goal is to get a birdie. And if I can give myself an opportunity for hole-in-one, then I will take it. And what I've been doing from the area that I've been hitting is I've been working the wind adjustment. And I've been doing a pretty big wind adjustment of 30%. Because I'm hitting as far down in that as you can down in this area. Checking my teammates were messaging me. I had a couple teammates that are in first right now, and of course, you know, when you're in first and it's tight up at the top, there's still people to play. You're in a constant check your account. Okay, I'm doing a 30% wind adjustment, and it's 2.6. It's 3.8 per ring, and I'm taking a bag with a grizzly. I'm doing max backspin, max side spin. Hey, get over there like that. I'm just going to walk it down to the cup. Literally right down to it. It's 3.38 rings. There's 1, 2, 3.4 rings. Oh, but hitting it on the good to the right puts me farther up the hill. Damn, I damn near clipped that rough. I hit it so far great to the right. That's my issue all week on this hole. I actually, if I'm going to use my grizzly from that spot, I did these shots with a Titan earlier in the week, and I was doing a massive wind adjustment. I'm going to change that wind adjustment, make it even higher. I hit a hole in one on this hole during the practice round, and I did a plus 50%. I was in that same exact spot, and I did plus 50% and hit a hole in one. That's as close as I got all week. This distance right here hasn't been an unusual event on this. Isn't it perfect? In the hole. In the hole. Come on. Need to get the Albie on hole number 9. That's vital. I need to go into the back 9 with a minus 14. As I'm trying to shoot minus 14 per side. My goal is minus 28. I'd rather shoot a minus 16 and a minus 12 and just get it out of the way. But if I have to play it the hard way, then I have to play it the hard way and just get a minus 14, minus 14. And I need to pick this hole up right here. And this is no cakewalk, this last hole, to get in the right spot to do the shot that I'm trying to do. I'm going to pick my clubs first, and then I'm going to go out on the hole. I'm going to take a rock. I'm going to take my number 2 bag, a rock and a sniper, and I'm taking a Kingmaker. This tournament's sponsored by Kingmaker. That's right, you heard it here. Hole number 9. How much time we got left on this video? Plenty of time. Max. All right, here we go. I hit this drive perfect. Let's just check. That is the bag. I'm going to be 3 1/4 rings off the transitional surface. Got my grid up. I'm ready to roll. Here we go. Drink a swig of coffee. I need to get in the game. I need to get my head in. I need to get an Albie right here. See if my opponent can get around the bend. I'm going to do about a 1/4 topspin. 4 1/2 rings off. And my shot to the cup is going to be at I'm always undecided because it's like I'm shooting minus 5%, and sometimes I'm right at the cup, and sometimes I miss it on the left-hand side. So it's like I should have pulled out more. It's like it's right there. And I'm gonna do 0.975. I'm gonna do a 2.5% wind adjustment. But I got to get through this drive first. So 4 1/4 rings. Max, all but one side spin. Just a little teeny sliver top spin. 2 rings. Max curl. Hitting it great on the inside. That's the worst side to hit it great, because it takes the risk of clipping the rough down here. That's the best entry. It's actually did what I wanted it to do. I keep moving the ring set out, and it keeps giving me, it keeps putting the ball in the same spot. And I started off at 3 3/4 rings off that transitional surface, and I'm now at 4 1/4. And I've been coming in exactly the same way at 3 3/4 as I am at 4 1/4. Times whatever the wind is, divided by 1. Get in the hole. Going too fast. That was shut your mouth. .1. It's 3.0 rings. And I'm not quite far enough in there. Okay, so from here, a couple rings off. Going straight at it. It's 3.0 rings. .3.0. Great to the right. Great to the right. Still haven't hit an Albie. Putting all my hopes on on the back side, and only came in with a -13. That's grim. I'm going to have to pick it up on the back to have any shot. I'm going to have to max it out of the park. In the hole. Eagle. Didn't hit enough shots perfect into the cup. I did hit at least one perfect that didn't go in, but I can't remember. I hit at least 3 or 4 shots into the cup that weren't perfect. Got hole number 1. I got hole number 3. That leaves me 7 holes. I can think of at least 2 that I didn't hit it perfect into the cup. That leaves 5. Or that I hit perfect. So that means I hit like 4 or 5 not perfect into the cup. That's not going to win you tournaments. You got to give yourself a look on every one of them and then hit perfect so that you can try and maximize on it. All right, -13 on the front. That is, I mean, everybody's finished in this bracket. So there's probably just a few people here, but we're getting, I mean, pretty much everybody above 90th is finished. And most of these people are done. So on the backside, I'll start digging my way up through the ranks to see how high I can get, but I'm going to need to shoot a 15 on the front to kind of like give myself a shot at it when I have no idea what the person at the top has. But in my mind, I'm going to have to shoot a 15 on the back in order to have any shot at it. So I got my work cut out for me. All right, I will see you there. That was the front 9 of the Liberty tournament in the weekend round of the rookie division. Thanks for watching.